My name is Sunny Yu Jiang, and I'm a senior lecturer in Asian Studies and International Human Resource Management. What we do, human resource management and organisation studies, is actually a very broad area. So if you look at the academics who's teaching on these pathways, they are from all sorts of backgrounds. Myself, I did economics and Japanese studies. That would say a little bit about this area, is just draw people from different backgrounds to try and understand how to manage people. In second year, we have 2 electives. And these, I believe, are compulsory courses for people who have already chosen to do human resource management as their pathway. But it's also open to any other students who want to do it. We have one course in the autumn term, which is called Motivation and Performance. And if you choose to do that course, you're going to learn the psychological background of motivation. Why people want to do things, why people sort of put a lot of effort in their work. Spring term, we have another elective course called Managing Organizational Change. This is more about the interaction between individuals and organizations. Because if you think about companies today, change is probably a constant thing. Look at merger and acquisition or spin-offs, and there will be individual consequences, say layoffs or recruiting new employees from a different background. So how do you deliver this change? So it's related to leadership studies and related to organizational change, but we want to look at this dynamics. In the third year, students can expect 3 courses actually, but one course would run both autumn and the spring term. That's called International Human Resource Management. This course, you will study first of all, what are the key differences between different countries when it comes down to managing people and managing teams. So in the UK, we have we put a lot of emphasis on diversity management. And then in Japanese companies, they put a lot of emphasis on teamwork. Why is that? And then in the cases of international merger and acquisition, there will be certain clashes between different organizational culture. How do you develop synergy based on human resource management policies and practices? And the other building block of the course is about multinational firms. So companies are becoming sort of more boundaryless now. They move across different countries, and they will need to try and have people working in different countries. They're using a lot of international migrant workers nowadays, and what would be the best way to approach people from a different background? What kind of training program would be most effective? What kind of performance measures would be relevant? And the third building block is good work. Today we have a lot of considerations of being green and being sustainable, but being sustainable is not just about sort of environmental friendly, but also friendly with the workforce. What would be the trade-off between very strategic and performance-based measures to understand the healthiness of the business, but also at the same time, care for the workforce. And we have a shorter course in the autumn term, which is called Individual at Work. This course focuses on the individuals and how individuals respond to some of the organizational structure. Also individual stress, how to deal with stress, and there will be elements of what would be the good use of technology and what would be the problems with the sort of introduction of technology. So that's the I think Individual at Work course. And in the spring term, we have this another course called Globalization of Work. this course we don't have any sort of formal assessment, exam in terms of assessment, but we wanted to emphasize the very practical element of understanding the relationship between the economic integration between countries and the work elements. Try and understand automation, what are the impact of automation, what are the impact of restructuring, what happens in the creative industry, and what happens in the sort of logistic industry in terms of how work has been changed by globalization and how people deal with it. So yes, that's the third year courses.